Hi, it's Ariane with Sobriety Society. How are y'all doing? Let's pause awkwardly here. Anyhow, so I'm back at it. I'm going to be doing my second installation on I've Stopped Drinking. Now what? Today I'm going to tackle our brains, alcohol, and sugar. So, personally, I didn't have a big sugar tooth until I stopped drinking alcohol. And I didn't understand that for the longest time. When I say longest, for me, that was like 3 months. I was just like the cookie monster, cinnamon rolls, everything was ridiculous. Um, so when we drink alcohol, it elevates our dopamine levels in our brains, those neural pathways that lead to our pleasure center. So we're drinking alcohol, we throwing them back. It's lit in here. It's lit. My dopamine, my dopamine levels are like, no, having a great time. So then when I stopped drinking alcohol, they go like really low, like the lowest of low. And then you're just sitting there like, what is life? Why does everything suck? Everything is so loud right now. I'm so thirsty. I'm about to go take 5 shots right now. And then you get in that repetitive cycle, you know. But anyhow, so we can't we can't go take the 5 shots like we normally would. We have to sit there and we have to figure out how to get our dopamine levels back up. So my experience, what happened was I had a cinnamon roll out of nowhere one day. I don't even like cinnamon rolls. I mean, I do now. I didn't before. Anyways, I had one cinnamon roll, and then next thing I know, I had like 5 of them. It was heaven, but I felt terrible because I was like, why did you eat all of these cinnamon rolls, Ariane? Why? I had no answer. I had no answer. So I went back and forth with eating snacks and sweets and then being super hard on myself for about 3 months. And then I finally just asked Google. I was like, yo, I just stopped drinking alcohol and I just can't stop eating sweets. And Google gave me an answer, y'all. It gave me an answer. What I found out was sugars also affect your dopamine level. It elevates that dopamine level, so it affects your pleasure center as well. It affects the same neural pathways that alcohol affects. So, if you're not careful after quitting alcohol, you can pick up a sugar addiction if you can't get the sugar intake under control. What I learned was, I had fell into a little bit of gluttonous behavior. I was just eating all the cinnamon rolls and cookies that I could. I didn't even care if I was hungry or not. I just knew that the sweetness was going to be good to me. And here comes the Bible. So you're not supposed to be gluttonous. Actually, let me find where it says, so Proverbs 23:2, put a knife to your throat if you're given a gluttony. I don't know about y'all, but like you see my neck? If this is any indication of how big my throat is, it's like, I would just rather not put a knife to it because it's kind of big, and I just don't want to have to do that. So I was like, all right, so Ariane, what can you do to stop yourself from being gluttonous, which is a form of greed? It's consuming more than our bodies will allow or what our bodies are intended to consume. And how can you bring this back full circle? Well, I'm glad that you asked. What do you need to do? You need to start keeping track of what you're eating. And for myself, that meant I had to start writing down I did meal planning. If I didn't meal plan and I had to get something on the fly, I tried to make sure that it wasn't too sweet or it wasn't like junk food. So that includes fast food, okay? I know it's convenient, but we're trying to make sure that we don't become sober and unhealthy. Let's say it like that. For myself, I'm like, Ariane, do you want to fit your clothes? Do you want to fit your clothes? Yes or no? And that's me at like a 5, okay? You don't want to see me at a 10. That usually gets me, in line. I need not be gluttonous. I need to realize that, hey, Ariane, you don't really want the cinnamon roll. You're still trying to find that fix. You're trying to find that fix. Man, alcoholism definitely affects a lot more then you realize, especially when you stop drinking the alcohol. Because now what I have to do is I have to be even more accountable for what goes inside of my body so that I can make sure I'm not having these domino effects of, okay, I had some sugar today. Now I want to have sugar times 10. Now that I had sugar times 10, now I'm over here talking shit to myself. Talking to myself because I'm like, oh, you're a fatty, okay? You have no self-control. You're the worst. Go to the gym right now and do 100 squats. So then I just get into that. And even that isn't healthy because everything should be done in moderation, right? I'm learning that I just have like a moderation issue. Either I'm here or I'm over here. So it's going to be okay. So now that we know why we are craving all these sweets like this after we stop drinking alcohol, we can do better with battling it, right? All right, we're going to go down here to 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 31. Basically, this says, whatever you eat or drink or whatever you do, do it all for the glory of God. So this came across one of my Bible plans not too long ago, and I was instantly convicted because I was like, dang, he not even saying just whatever you drink. Now it's whatever you eat and drink. Oh, so I'm over here, throwing down on some macaroons. I got some brownies. I'm over here throwing down. And God is like, okay, Ariane, I got you through the alcohol part of it. Now you over here being gluttonous and you want to eat everything under the sun. Oh, no, ma'am. You're supposed to do everything in my name for my glory. So me overfeeding myself and then talking a whole bunch of crap to myself and then just not treating my body as a temple, it's just, it's all wrong. So I'm saying that to say, don't be too hard on yourself. Give yourself some grace after you stop drinking alcohol, because that's a feat in itself. Yes, you are going to go through this time where you're craving sugar, you're trying to find that replacement, you're trying to find that fix, and that's okay. That's normal. Once you go through that, once you know why this is happening, what to expect, now we go back to the drawing board and we get back at it, right? Because the goal is to be healthy, whether with or without alcohol. We couldn't do it with, so, now we got to do it without. And now we got to figure out how we're not going to become a cinnamon roll sitting here eating all these sweets, okay? So I hope that I gave you a little bit, of inspiration and a little bit of direction on why you might also be struggling with sugar intake and your weight going up and down and things of that nature. It's totally normal. It's something that's going on in our brains. You have no control over that part of it. You do have control over how you respond. You do have control over putting things or applying things to your life once you know a better way. All right? So bring this back full circle again. What we're going to do is we're going to notice that, hey, what's happening to me, what's happening in my brain right now is normal. I'm a human being. I like a little bit more sugar right now. That's okay. At least I'm not drinking alcohol. Then that's going to trickle down to, hey, let me meal plan so I can try to, minimize the amount of sugar that I'm taking in every day. Have some discipline. Discipline, discipline, discipline. This is all about long suffering. Our time on the earth is short, and I know for me, my part of my long suffering journey is I'm not going to be able to have alcohol while I'm here on this earth. I hope the wine in heaven is popping. I don't know. He might not let me. It's neither here nor there. But I'm going to get off of here because I feel like I'm rambling now. Everything's going to be okay. Try to pull back on the sweets. Your brain is doing something funky. Everything we're going to do, we're trying to do it for the glory of God. And we're going to keep it pushing one day at a time. All right? Check out my Etsy shop. I almost forgot to say that. Y'all go on there and get y'all some coins and some keychains and some coasters. Okay. All right. All right. Bye.